Hey, it's your girl Just Bree coming at you with another video. Feel free to hit the like, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. So I left off in my first video about to talk about how, with this whole divorce thing and Olivia, um, trying to downplay and downplay her feelings and just not being honest. Not saying you gotta tell you all your business, but shit, I don't know what's left to tell. Shit, as far as I could tell, they didn't tell everything. Um, they didn't tell enough for me, child, because I ain't coming on here telling all of that. But the point is that she knows she down bad when it comes to this YouTube, her YouTube channel and shit, and um as much as she think people relish in her downfall, um, I'm not that kind of person, but when you show me your ass, oh honey, just like everybody else, we gon' treat you like you know, the way that you present yourself. And the thing about it is, I'd still probably I would still probably react to her video, but in a different kind of way as she presented. Because it's almost like putting, you know, um, steak on a garbage lid. It's the presentation. It had you presented this like a woman who was really hurt, going, you know, going through things in real life instead of playing all these games. People would empathize with you more. And I believe her channel would have probably benefited from that. Because if you benefiting financially off of your good, you know, when things are bad, you should benefit too. But at the same time, you so used to being a shitty person. You're not a friend. You don't have friends. Um, you stay in some mess. So your channel is all over the place and not in a good way. You think just because you got followers that it means something. But a lot of people just there for the train wreck, sis. You know. Um, so anyway, I ain't about to preach too much, y'all. Gerard posted something happy and she posts 5 reels and 7 IG stories to prove she's happier. See, this is clownery to me. Like, she is so stupid. Instead of getting a real fucking life and, you know, um, focusing, really focusing on her so-called business ventures, the hair product and the eyelash thing, which I mean is so oversaturated now at this point. Listen, you'd have to really put some overtime in to really get that thing back jumping because it's too much. It's too much out there now. She didn't let that wave. She didn't ride the wave. She rode the wave, but then she jumped off the wave, and now the wave is gone. So anyway, um, Gerard posts to support his son, and crickets on her end. I know her funky ass shouldn't surprise me, but damn, bitch, showed that hickey, but not even happy birthday for your son. So she didn't celebrate his birthday at all. But she got online and showed all the gifts she bought for Ryan. Like what? Still no mention of Ryan progress, gymnastics, or science project, being Coretta for Black History Month, no birthday celebration, no mention of Robin being on the honor roll, even after her mother kept her out of school for a month. Gymnastics progress, moving on to the next grade. This in Tuna's minor world revolves around her, which means the kids are only good to reinforce her identity as a mother. I'm a mother. Robin and Christian went from being behind in school and having to go to summer school to honor roll less than a year. Child. But she is so superficial, self absorbed, and will never allow them to reach it. She wants nothing to do with Christian's fundraiser because it's orchestrated by the very people she can't stand. I'm sure she was punching the air at how fast they collected what they needed in this. Um, Probably checking the comments on his Insta to see which ones her dummy gang went to send some support. This brow, so she never mentioned it at all. Huh? This broad mouth hog schemes and scams on YouTube all the time for a buck, and never did anything with those funds to enrich the lives of the kids, which when they were in her custody. Yet within a few days, her ex was able to set up a fundraiser and collect what he needed to get Christian football started off right. Meanwhile, she letting them kids run all around the mall unsupervised. Your Honor, here we have example 9 million of how Gerard is a better fit. And of course, she will come on and dismiss it and allege that they are not doing what they claim they're doing with the money they collected. I can see her dummy gang gassing her head up about that one, and I could see her doing that rather than being happy for her son. Um, she does that thinking she would be sending rowdy kids back to Gerard. But what she fails to get is that the kids respect Gerard. Exactly. When a child respects a parent, um, it just doesn't work. I mean, they could try it, but he gonna hurry up and get their asses together real quick, you know. Um, and he a man too, so they gonna listen to him. She just, oh my god. I mean, I know it's mothers that's out a piece of shit, but ew, she is so gross. um, so she allegedly left Robin and the baby out of the Olive Garden meal. Listen, she took one of the kids to the movies or some shit. I saw that. It's like, bitch, you only had the kids how many times a year? 3 times a year. How you gonna leave one of them at home? I think she had the two and left Robin at home with the baby or something. Olivia does seem to get views. I bet the next video will be her and Robin out for mommy daughter day. She barely mentioned anything about Robin to get people talking. Here we go. More clickbait titles trying to get people to watch all the way through. I bet it ain't one thing in the vlog about the car breaking down. Okay, flat tire does not equal car broke down. Who picked it? She still this time. Yo, she need medication. She really need medication. Um, so we know it's a fake picture. Moving on, moving on. Oh boy. Um, I just don't understand. I just need to see the kind of man that would take deal with her. I mean, so she made a post back when. Oh, Wednesday, last Wednesday. All loyalty gain content creators and bitches in the back. I'm looking for someone to give me a tell all interview on my channel. If you're looking for an opportunity to get all the answers to all the hot burning questions, man, bitch, don't nobody want to. Girl, shut up. See, I wish I was, if I was a little more like Fran or TMI, I probably could get some questions together. I don't know if she wants somebody to pay her, but I definitely wouldn't be paying her. But I would corner her ass so good, but I don't care enough to even come up with questions. I said I was gonna call her live one day, but when y'all call her live, could y'all please stop being so emotional? Like this girl, nobody cares, or y'all care too much. Some of y'all. Um, hasn't she tried this before and nobody was interested? Yeah, did she? She did do that before. What happened? Why would another content creator go to her platform to interview her so she could benefit from the views and possible cash apps and super chats? She ain't slick. That's the type of stunt she likes to pull on Jasmine. Most people are tired of her attention antics obsession and her ex and revisionist history, aka Pinocchio lies. She also has no content, nothing interesting to talk about, no evidence of growth or anything remotely productive going on. Time to start filling in job applications and enroll. And when you see a man moving on with his life and a woman in the position that you held for so long, that they're actually making moves and establishing roots. I mean, that is the purpose of a relationship slash marriage. I'm going to say marriage because, you know, for my own religious purposes, marriage. Um, at the end of the day, you could do it by yourself as an independent woman, so on and so forth. You know, if that's what you choose to do. And I did that for years because I just didn't believe in marriage and I didn't want to get married and nothing like that. So, but live to have actually had that partner, had the husband. Well, he only was her husband for a year, but had a man in her life that you know she could have been building and growing and doing all kinds of things um as a couple. I support you while you do this and that for the family, and then when it's my turn, you hold me down, you know? I never really had that mindset. I just was so determined that, and I, not even that I really even thought about it, but I just got so used to being dependent on myself and not relying on anybody. Um, that now I look back at that shit like, yo, that shit was stupid. If I had to do it again, I'd get married at 25 in a heartbeat. Because how far, and granted, I think about materialistic wise, house, the cars, savings, um, you know, just being able to spend a little more money, trips or whatever, things of that nature, things that I've done by myself and with, my girlfriends and stuff like that. But I don't think it's a lot of people that have been married, they say the opposite. They wish they were single. And then us single people say, "Oh, I wish I was married." So you got two lifestyles envious of each other, which is just, it's whatever. It's just a part of being human. Um, but I guess the fact that she had that like sitting in her lap, because at the end of the day, you know, 30 what, 31, 32 years old, you got to get 35, okay? And then from 35, you're going to be 40, a couple more years after that. 45, couple more years after that. And it's just going to be like, well, what the fuck was you doing all this time? And granted, you don't want to get too caught up in looking in the past. I get that. I get that. You got to let the past go. But she ruined it. And um granted, nobody's perfect, but now that Rod and Nisha have taken the steps to um purchase a home, look for wedding rings and things of that nature, going on trips, all the stuff that you should have been doing with your husband, your man. But from what I heard and my understanding, is that when you try to be in control and in charge as a woman in a relationship, that man starts to become emasculated and he will resent you for that. And then he's going to fall into the arms of someone that will lift him up because people get comfortable. And God only knows how often she really told him how much she appreciated him and thanked him, in spite of their hiccups, in spite of, him cheating, she cheating, they both cheated on each other. A man still needs to hear that you're grateful for him being there, you know. I mean, at the end of the day, being a pregnant woman is the most vulnerable position that a woman can be in. And you sat up there with your stinking fat ass, pregnant by another nigga that wasn't even around, you know what I'm saying? And God forbid, um, God forbid, including myself, if somebody broke into your home and you're all alone as a woman, you don't have a man that's gonna jump up first to go see what's going on, you know? Um, Men have so many ways of contributing that we diminish their presence. We diminish them. I mean, not me, but you know, women in general just diminish a man's role oh, excuse me, role and position in his household. That is sickening. Y'all hoes is just sickening. And when y'all get somebody that's halfway decent, you know, um, and you emasculate them, and when they decide to leave your ass, girl, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Okay, so let's finish reading. That was my little rant, y'all. Sorry. Now look at this foolishness. This is who she got a baby by. And this is what I mean, child, you ought to be ashamed. And he should be just as ashamed of you. Um, so what else we got going on here? So this person said, and this is this was before so we already know Tuna's routine, right? We already know how she get down. So this person said she's getting ready to pull some stunts. No one wants to take the interview again like the last time they was playing hot potato with it. No one cares. Oh, I thought that was in reference to her having to give the kids back. Um, just like that baby, people don't care if you show him or not. To be honest, I only care to see when the kids are with her to validate how horrible of a mother she truly is. There's a stark contrast when they're with their real parents. Tuna let a chick with no kids out mother her, as well as outwife her. Proof that anyone can be a mom, but it takes a different breed to be a mother to a child. That requires a natural desire to want to nurture children. Yeah, I think, Liv loves her kids and everything, don't get me wrong. But if she could have gotten pregnant, well, obviously she got pregnant again because she wanted another baby. She was mad that Gerard got that hysterectomy. I mean, his not hysterectomy, vasectomy. Because she would have sat up there and had 3, 4, 5 more kids messing around. And the thing about it is, Gerard probably wasn't necessarily opposed to it. It was, excuse me, I'm chewing. It was just the fact that the bitch will pop the kids out and make him do all the damn work. He coming home. How you coming home from work, long days of work, having to come home, cook, clean, give bath, and shit. My father ain't never had to do no shit like that unless he wanted to. He came home from work, and my mother, she only worked part time, so shit, she did all of that. You know, um, not to say it's supposed that he never supposed to do anything, but shoot, my man wouldn't be coming in giving no doing all that extra work after a long hard day at the job. Are you kidding me? This person said the mere fact that all of the kids were trap babies speaks volumes. Gerard loves his kids, but let's be clear, he was really not trying to have them. Yeah, Tuna purposely kept getting pregnant. Well, he should have left her ass alone when he had a chance. But try to make it work with somebody just because you got kids, and that's what happened. And kudos to him for even trying. You know, he was willing to try when shit. A lot of niggas would have said, "Fuck it, I'm out." Um, What else we got here? Oh, this person said it's so funny that damn near all the reactors stopped speaking on her, and now she's begging for an interview. Hilarious and pathetic. What would anyone even question her about? She has nothing interesting going. Plus, she's a compulsive liar. I just noticed her subscriber count back up, and she is picking her interview today. Why do I have a feeling it's gonna be Storm? Storm's too damn weak to get Marissa, cause she would really get in that ass. Um. So did she do the interview? I don't think she did the interview, but I know I ain't been, thinking about her. Um, I made a quick little photo album, some bullshit I threw together because of the most sorry ass birthday parties and sorry ass outings they was having. Um, Jazz called in the Storm live. She was mad at Jazz for calling into Storm's live. Why would she do that? They be too worried about what reactors is talking about. That is crazy to me. Um, let's see. Um, Trying to counter what said about her in this interview. What did he say? I'm not listening to it. Oh, the goal was 600. They made 632. She knows Gerard will soon propose, and there's no chance of gaining back custody. Remember, she kept saying, "Enjoy these 8 months," trying to make it seem as if there's a chance to get them back. I think she realizes that it won't happen now. Um, can somebody tell us what Zolo said? Cause I'm not listening. I'm only curious about the highlights. Um, Somebody said I'm really shocked that Tuna has that many subs. I could have sworn she was buying them. She probably was. The amount of subscribers she has versus the amount of people usually found in her live streams versus the view just don't add up. All right. Oh, that's about 10 pages of. Didn't I already talk about the birthday? Grandma gave the birthday girl a whole $4 from her wallet. Wow. Child. Did she not make friends with any of the moms? What is up with these broads? What is up with these hoes? They don't have no friends in the neighborhood. They not friends with none of the moms in the neighborhood. The moms at the school. They don't have no best friend. They ain't got no cousins. Where is these people? What is going on with these people? Like, damn, you gonna meet somebody out of town? I'm not an overly friendly person, but what I did when I lived in Birmingham, I go to church and I meet people in church. You know, maybe my next door neighbor. You know, a parent from the school. I mean, gee, these hoes don't know nobody. I mean, I done went out for the past 3 weekends. I don't vlog my life, so that's not something y'all gonna really see until I get my camera fixed, maybe. But because my phone just don't have the space, I could probably do shorts. But I'm not a vlogger, so. But I done been out 3 weekends in a row. And I took my son to the water park. Um, we got a canal side with boats and shit. You know, we've been doing stuff, but I don't record. Um, what happened? This person said, I doubt seriously Christian is coming back to visit. A child asking to go to the hospital. Why did Christian go to the hospital? What does she need an interview for? Gerard beat me. Gerard beat me. Gerard hit my mama's boots. What? Gerard hit my mama's boots. Oh my god. Um, she exposed them all to the corona, and now they got to go home with their parents. Such a piece of shit. She got all those babies sick. You know, damn well them kids gotta go back to their parents. Mm-mm-mm. For a kid to ask to go to the hospital and kept checking his temperature, he must have really not been feeling good. Kids hate going to the doctor. What the hell? So she didn't take the child to the doctor. She is terrible. Um, girl, she knew they was gonna clown her, clown Stella, giving $4 to that baby on camera. She has MOS to plan, wants to plan at least one cool outing for them, and she couldn't even manage to do that. Mm-mm-mm. Is she trying to keep them longer? The videos are over a month old. She told the kids they were leaving Wednesday during her live at the mall earlier this week. Oh, this was a good post from Yanni B. Where is my nuts? I'm sorry, yeah, I'm trying to eat these walnuts. Walnuts and raisins. I'm having a fundraiser. Oh, imagine having a fundraiser. Your mother has a platform with over 50K subs, Yeah, she never mentioned it to her audience with hopes of helping you. And you've been there for weeks, yet your father's back home doing all the work. And then she gets mad when he gets all the praises. Y'all go support Christian and grab some popcorn. Thank you. It's sad she's not a parent, she's a part-time babysitter. But and that's the perfect title for her. She's a fucking babysitter, man. She really is. Um, and that's why Christian still hit his goal. Because when you ain't shit, ain't nothing good gonna come out of it. If you just being nasty, ain't nothing good gonna come to you, girl. You better try to straighten up so your karma. I mean, I don't necessarily believe in karma, cause God say He blesses fools and babies. But girl, if you ever wanna get anywhere in this lifetime, you better let this shit go. Like Gerard says, she don't support nothing positive. Anything any of the kids do. Anything. Wait, she never made a post about Robin. Make an honor roll. Blah blah blah. This person said I supported him like I knew him personally, while his biological mother did not. Who doesn't support their own child? Olivia and Jazz. Thank you for posting this, Yanni. All the reactors should post Christian's fundraising on their community board. And that popcorn is bomb. She wants all the praise for doing absolutely nothing. No parties, no acknowledgement of compliments, no child support. Probably ain't even sending the kids home with school supplies. You know she ain't sent them kids with nothing. They probably be calling her, telling her they on the honor roll and shit. And she busy trying to find out, trying to listen to the background noise. They be talking to her. And she probably be like, "Do you miss me? Do you miss me? I miss you. Do you miss me?" Of course they gotta say yeah. Do you miss me? Cause I'm your mother. I'm your mother. You know, just thank God that the kids got somebody that they can really truly rely on. That's really looking out for their future. You know, because when has she ever? I know she's done homework with the kids on video and shit, but girl, the fact that you kept them kids home from school like you did just goes to show you an ain't shit bitch. So you really don't care. You probably was just doing that for some content, as per usual. Um, I've been having to go over homework. I mean, math stuff with my son all summer because he just ain't feeling it. And I'm like, boy, you better get to feeling it. So he was like, oh, so we just gotta go along with the system, huh? I said, hell yeah, it's the system. Until your ass can graduate and take care of your damn self, you better go along. Is that thundering? Eve says, "Oh, liar, spending money on your children at Five Below doesn't make you a good mother. You are pathetic. You don't give a damn about those children because you don't, excuse me, because you don't give a damn about yourself. You run around with different men from POF, one night stands. Your immune system is low. You spreading those nasty germs. I bet them funky ass sheets you and your kids. Oh, it is lightning, child. You look sweaty, musty, just like a strung out cokehead. I feel sorry for baby Zoloff. You put all this shit on YouTube for $1.50. You are pathetic." Uh-oh, it's storming. Thunderstorm. I'm gonna sleep good tonight, babe. So she bought toys that the child ain't gonna be able to play with for the next 3 months. I mean, not that it matter, because I'm sure they got a whole, you know, they got plenty over at their daddy house. They don't need nothing from Liv other than their child support. Um, Only buying toys and things that will stay at her house, then tell them that they can play with them anytime they come to her house. By the time they come back, they'll probably have outgrown those toys. Just like the other stuff she bought them in Target last time with her in the spring. My ex-husband tried that with our son with the game systems like Playboy and whatnot. They wanted to be liked and loved more than other parents so bad, and they want the children to hate the other. In my case, it didn't work. Kids eventually see right through. There she goes, dragging the vlogs now that the kids are gone. Next vlog will be about how her and Robin spent the day together. The whole thing with kids, buying toys for your house and your house only. I mean, you know, I tried to back and forth with my son father, sending clothes back and forth, and child, it turned to be a mess. Like if I couldn't find something, because I'm not an organized person, so if I couldn't find a shirt or a sock, bitch, it was a problem. So luckily, his wife at the time, they we just started sending him with nothing, and everybody had their own. He had a wardrobe at each house because it just got to be too stupid. It was getting stupid. It was like, well, he missing a sock, he missing a shirt, he missing this, he missing that. Well, where is this outfit? Where is that outfit? And I'm like, oh my God. Like, no, we're not doing this. So he got PlayStation at my house, his dad's house. He got TV, both house. He got his own room and everything set up just like he would, you know. My house is dad's house. It's all there. Because I'm not, I don't have time to be going back and forth. But that was years ago when we was being petty, I guess. Stupid and petty. Um, So this is a question that we've been trying to figure out. And this person says, I'm curious, do the kids fly back by themselves and Gerard pick them up at the airport? Or does her big funky ass fly with them back? Does she take the baby, leave it with Stella? I have questions. Me too. That's why I wish I was a fly on the wall child. Um, the response was, knowing her lazy ass, I'll bet if anyone is flying with those kids, the text will be Stella or an airline escort that makes sure they get on the plane and off at the appropriate destination. I may have mentioned this here before, but when I was 14 and 16, my younger siblings and I went from Florida to Indianapolis, Indiana. Shit. Company. And made sure we got off the plane. Someone was there waiting for us. Another scary part is we had to stop in Charlotte and we were able to walk around the airport unsupervised without the attendant that was supposed to be looking after us. They simply told us where to go and how much time we had to get on the plane. So if anyone wanted to walk around and get food or drink before boarding again, they were allowed to do so. I couldn't imagine sending my children that small on a plane without either going with them or making sure someone I know personally is going with them. The 90s was a wild time, I guess. Well, shit, y'all was 14 and 16. Oh, and my younger siblings. Okay. 14 and 16 old enough to get the kids together and say, come on, y'all better stay together. Um, it still happens. We sent our oldest two in 2015 on a plane from Arizona to Philly. One was a teen, the other was elementary school, but the oldest had flown with me a lot when she was a child and I was a young adult, so she was pretty used to the airport. I walked them almost to the gate. I believe when they had a straight flight, we made sure. Yeah, it's better when you have a straight flight. When you flying kids, you really should have a straight flight because getting off can be too much, too much. This person said, I hope the kids got a trip to Legoland before they left. Child boo. Yeah, they went to Legoland. Didn't you see them? Way in the back. Anyone watch a solo live? Hell no. We want somebody to sacrifice. Who's gonna be the sacrificial lamb, child? I'll pay $1. I will pay $1. Oh, that's the boo. Uh-oh. Everyone welcome Liz new man. What? He made his first appearance on the vlog. He definitely is Jamaican. He dark. We knew it was gonna be sad. Child. She is so this is so she is beyond gross. Just beyond gross. Like seriously, gross. Like Chrissy got 15 kids, but and I still think Olivia is more gross. She make me want to throw up. She has those kids around anybody. You would think you want to make memories with your children without some random in the background. She gets a horror glow with these twos. Never see her giddy over the kids that were stolen from her, allegedly. She's so gross. I want to smack her. Let me guess. He has a two-seater like Zolo had. What? I'm sure that's why they couldn't take his car. That isn't even a water park. It looks like a park with a little area to get wet. It was a splash pad. She definitely not take them to the water park. So out of 42 days, the kids been to the apartment, the beach, and the splash pad. What the hell? Mm-mm-mm. Ain't no telling. That is just trifling as hell. Like, who is that, Olivia? Now all of a sudden you used to you introducing your kids to a nigga that you said you wasn't even introducing the baby daddy to your kids. Girl. Um I just, and that's the problem with niggas because or with women like her and Chrissy and the rest of them. They all think they the shit because somebody will fuck them. Bitch, it don't take nothing to get fucked. And anyway, that should be the last thing on your mind. You should be trying to get in a situation that with the intent on getting remarried for the sake of your children and to have a family unit, you freaking freak. I mean, what 32-year-old is just like with all these kids is just wandering around aimlessly? Like, what is the goal, bitch? I mean, if it's not to build and grow with your man, what are you doing? You just out here. Somebody sweet since he said, I live in Florida. The splash pad at the local park is not a water park. I hate this heifer. Um, Somebody said, I knew she was taking them to Waterworks Park. It's fun for the kids, but it's not a water park. Um, another 5 miles, and she would have been at Adventure Island. The fast food and nail money could have paid for this. And then on top of that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what man? Now, granted, she don't have custody of the kids now, so it ain't that big of a deal. But I just don't. She could get a man. It's just he just ain't gonna be. He ain't gonna be. He ain't gonna be nothing to compare. She gonna be comparing his ass to Gerard every chance she get. Every chance she get, bitch. Don't think for 1 second she ain't gonna be like, well, Gerard would have probably did this or that, child. Um, so Olivia couldn't wait until the kids went home to bring this bum around. She just had a baby and sleeping around already. You know she is. It's giving house in Virginia. Yo, she is straight trash. And trust and believe why she on here talking about what Bay do. Bay, look what Bay did. Look what Bay did. Bitch, trust and believe. You pays for everything. He ain't paying for a goddamn thing, Olivia. So I don't know who you think you fooling. Um, I guess it's gonna be a couple of more parts because I don't want to make these too long. So I'm gonna break this one up as well. So thanks for tuning in. Y'all come see me in the next video. All right,